Hi Scorpio, welcome to your What They Aren't Telling You reading for November 23rd through December 22nd. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Black Rose Tarot. Love and support to her, check her out. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life, and it also could be a positive reading. Instead of what somebody's holding a grudge about, it's what they cherish about you and why they want you in their life and all of that good stuff. All right, Scorpio, what aren't they telling you and why? Scorpio. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Wanting some time to think things through. Okay. High Priestess, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. Then we got Queen of Cups, which could be Cancerian, Cancer or Cancerian. King of Swords, that could be Gemini. I read that as Gemini. The Emperor, that could be Aries. Wow. There's a bunch of people involved here, potentially. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the Judgment card. All right. Let me get the little guys here. Go over there. Set that aside. Okay. You hear me? All right. So things have changed, right? But why? Okay. Sorry, it's like, I'm trying to, I don't think it's the same. It doesn't feel the same, but, so you could be dealing with an Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancerian, Pisces. All right, what's this 6 of Swords about? Because what's this 6 of Swords about? You know what it feels like? It feels like you kind of gave somebody an ultimatum, or you kind of aren't budging from where you're at. It could be that you're not kind of doing what is either expected or what you used to do with someone, and they're having, the best way I can think of it is kind of a tantrum about it. Like they're kind of being petty or small about it, and kind of like, well, I just need some time to think. And it's kind of because they've got called on something, or they're feeling a bit sheepish, or like, oh dang, you know, like they might be saying, well, I need some alone time. I need to be by myself. I need time to think about this. And it's really because they're embarrassed because of the shenanigans, and you called them on it, and you're just like, you know, it kind of indifferent. Not in a bad way, just kind of like, you know what, we don't have time for this. Either we're going to do this, or you need to get, you know, we need to go our separate ways. I don't know, hold on. What's this Queen of Cups about? No, that's 4 of Swords, by the way. What's this Queen of Cups about? Whoopsie. That flipped. King of Wands, could be Sagittarius. Coming up with a plan of action and moving on that, or just kind of going from one thing to another, taking action, and then starting something, moving on, starting something, moving on. Lots of fun and adventure, but not into stability. What's this Queen of Cups? Cancer. 7 of Swords. See, that feels tantrumy to me. What's this Emperor about for Scorpio? What's this Emperor about? 2 of Cups. All right, that's fair. This is King of Swords. Ha! There's that. I'm not putting up with the shenanigans. What are we doing? There it is. It says Ace of Wands. Okay. All right, so what's this High Priestess about? What's this High Priestess about? The Emperor. Huh. What's this judgment about? So is this somebody that is like, somebody's not walking the walk. They're talking the talk, but they're not doing the action needed. Or they were doing minimal action and you're not having it and you called them on it, and they're kind of under the guise of going off to think. They're actually kind of mad that you're not putting up with their shenanigans anymore, getting back in the box. I mean, it feels kind of like they're just, I think they feel your frustration and kind of indifference, or like that you're ready to kind of jump ship or kind of do your own thing, and they don't like that, because even though they might be in a position to have things move forward, they don't like the ultimatum, or they don't like being rushed. There's some kind of passive aggressive tantrum going on here. I don't like thinking in those terms because I don't want to, be unkind, but it seems like somebody just doesn't like being called out. What's this 10 of Pentacles here? Oh, they're feeling rushed. They're feeling like you're impatient and they don't like the demands. They're kind of overwhelmed. They're kind of like, I don't know what to do, and if you push me, I'm going to shut down, and that's where you're at. You're kind of at this impasse because they're trying to figure out what to do, and you're like, we need to be beyond the trying to figure out what to do stage. We need to decide on what we're going to do and get this off the ground. What are we doing? And it's causing them to kind of shut down and regress. Like they're kind of just getting overwhelmed. And the thing is that this is somebody that this is like their personality type. But they don't do well under pressure or with demands. That's why it takes this person so long to actually commit to doing something, because they don't want to be wrong. The pressure is very anxiety inducing. So this is someone that just, even if they want something, it takes them a while to actually execute. So it's not the tantrum. It's that someone is shutting down because of the pressure. And the only thing they need to do is say, I need to go away and think. And they're not wrong. They really do need to think. And they just need everything to kind of whoosh. Like, everybody be quiet so I can think. And it's like, well, I'm not saying anything. I know, but I can feel you waiting for me. And that's still making me anxious. So that's what this is. This is someone that values routine and control in their life, and trustworthiness and reliability. And it takes them a long time to be able to make any changes or to commit and even to execute. It can be very frustrating for somebody that doesn't understand that, because you're like, why are you being so passive aggressive? Why are you waiting? Why? And they're just like, I don't know. I need this to be this way, or that type of thing. There's all these like little parameters and that has to happen. What's this judgment about? If pushed, they will shut down and they'll go off by themselves. This it's not that they don't want to, and I'm not defending them per se. I'm explaining. I'm giving kind of what they might not be telling you. But this is someone that likes routine and likes to come to things on their own, likes to make their own decisions. It might even be that when it comes to how they feel about someone, or when they do feel emotional connection, that might trip them up a little bit, just because this and this kind of don't, the whole needing to be logic and plan and have things just so doesn't really work with them being emotional. You would think that if it's safe and secure, they're free to feel, right? But it's never safe enough for them to feel. It's always, well, when this, then that. And you never get to then this, because the bullseye keeps changing, because they keep upping the ante, because they keep needing things to be a certain way. So this could be somebody that is, really struggling with, it doesn't have to be, but it reminds me of somebody that has anxiety type of like OCD. I'm not diagnosing here or anything, but this is somebody that, okay, I have to check something 4 times before I can go on to the next thing. But then once they check it 4 times and they're like, is that really enough? Maybe I should go back and check it another time. So the ante keeps getting upped. And that's what this feels like. This doesn't feel like somebody who's I don't know. I mean, it could be somebody that's got like major control issues, but there could be a mental issue behind it. So it just feels like someone is open and ready to move, and they don't want to yet, and they don't know why. And the more they're being frustrated, or the more that you get frustrated or impatient, or the more you go to walk away, it's like, don't do anything. Just let me think. Don't threaten to walk away. Don't push me. Don't ask me questions. Just let me think. And it's like, you're going, well, what do you need to think about? And they're like, I don't know. I just give me a minute. Do you know what I mean? Like there's that that's a bad sound, but you know what I mean. What's this judgment? This is, whew. Eesh. This is judgment. The Tower. There's something about this that feels like it's like, oh, they're gonna blow. Like they've got. It feels like they're kind of being. I mean, we got the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords here, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like things are kind of. They feel very crowded, and they feel very stressed out, and like they're being asked of. In their mind, they're being asked of, and it's really stressing them out. And the more. And that's kind of triggering them. It's making them feel like they need to just control. And what that looks like is them going passive on things and being passive aggressive or shutting down. And you're like, are you kidding me? Why are you shutting down on me? We can make decisions now. We can go ahead and get started. And they're just like, I'm a donkey on the edge. They're ready to just. So it's going to look like they're actually going to want more time to decide. And you're like, yeah, I'm all right. You know what? And it's going to leave you two at an impasse. I'm not sure your person understands fully that this is what they do. This might be lost on them. That they have a lot of trouble following through. And that's why you're so frustrated. Maybe they don't realize that about themselves. That they actually have the green light and they're having trouble doing it and they don't know why. And the more it's like they get anxious not knowing why. And so they shut down and they get mad and they're volatile. And it's kind of, they might not understand that about themselves. That they have an issue with follow through. Instead of honoring that or acknowledging that, they just might be someone that's really turned that into a practice. Instead of being self-aware about it, they might be like, just do it. And then when challenged or questioned, they get really defensive and really arrogant about it. And get passive aggressive because there's shame behind it. They don't know why they do that. All things are go, let's do this. Let's get this off the ground. And yet they're like, just because they don't understand that they need breaks and they need things to be methodical and a progression of events, and it needs to be their idea, and there's all this control. Why? Because there might be a mental issue behind that. This took a turn. Okay. All right. So getting back, this is somebody that does want to, I just feel like you guys are going to end up at an impasse, though. They do feel this connection, but it's tripping them up because they feel, and they're not telling you, but they feel pressure, they feel shame, and they feel guilt. And I don't know where that's coming from other than this issue. They feel, the desire is there, but the follow through is not. Even now that they're free to do so. Doesn't make any sense. I can't get a lock on it. I don't know what the heck's going on here. I just know that they want you to stop. But you're not. That's the thing. You're not pressuring them. You're not coming at them. You're just like, okay, can we do this now? And apparently that's pressure. Okay, that's fair. Are they not telling you something? Is there more? I mean, we got the Empress, the High Priestess, and we got the Seven of Swords. Are they still not being fully honest with you? Why is this stressing them out so much? Why are they ready to salt the earth if pushed? I mean, at best, we've got them, kind of wanting to establish some control and some parameters, and just so. But if pushed, or if questioned, or actually decisions are starting to be made, we got them just wanting to throw their hands up and needing a lot of time to think about things and make sure they're doing it right. We got guilt, we got remorse. Are they still doing something they're not telling you about? And if so, what is it? I just can't believe that they're not telling you everything, and yet they want more time to think. They're still being very passive about this relationship. All right, what is there something that I'm missing here? Hold on a minute. What aren't they telling them? What aren't they telling them? Okay. This is sometimes the Hierophant can be the card of marriage. Just saying. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, stability and security, and not wanting to start on that. Why? Is this because somebody is still connected to somebody else? Honestly, I'm sitting here going on and on about mental health conditions and all that. Well, that also happens when you carry around a bunch of lies. It kind of makes you start implode when someone's starting to close in and get to the bottom of it, and you're hiding a marriage. This could be Taurus, by the way. If it's not somebody's got a marriage that they're hiding, or a committed contractual connection, something like that they're hiding. This is somebody that is very cagey. This is about not releasing or doing anything until you've earned the right. This is control. So this is someone still hanging on to, if they're not hanging on to somebody from their past, they're hanging on to control issues. They've got control issues. We got the Emperor, we got the High Priestess, and we got the Hierophant. You're not going anywhere with this person unless you earn it, and there's going to be lots of along the way. I don't know. I feel like you're not going to have any patience for this. You're just going to be like, you know what? You go ahead and take all the time you need. I'm not putting up with this. I can't tell what you want. I feel like you're looking at them scratching their head like this doesn't make any sense to you. And the thing is that what they're not telling you is that they're overwhelmed and they've got more choices to consider than just what they've told you. They're not telling you everything. They've got a lot on their plate that you know very little about, and you only know what they've told you, and there's a lot more that they have not told you. There could be more people involved. They could be having trouble at work. They've got a lot of little fires everywhere. And it's not just this, it kind of puts the relationship with you on the back burner, or makes it like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this right now. And you're like, wait, what? Why? And then that's where they get cagey. That's when they don't tell you about everything. So this is somebody that might be telling you that they want the stability and the control and the predictability and reliability and trustworthiness and the united front in a relationship, you and me, but they're not ready to start it. They might want that. They might be like, yeah, in time. So they're putting you off, but they're not ready for it. They might be telling you that, but they don't want it just yet. There's something else going on. They're overwhelmed and they got to deal with something else going on that they're not or a lot of little somethings going on that they're not telling you about. And they do feel this connection for you, but there's Scorpio, I'm not buying it. I don't like it. I'm sitting here chasing after some, feeling bad because like, oh, maybe they've got some, anxiety. And it's like, no, wait a minute. You know why they have anxiety? Because they're lying. They're not telling you the truth. They're playing you, and they've got something, and they're all these little pockets of truths, but none of them know about the other one. This person is very controlling and compartmentalized, or they compartmentalize their stuff, and they're not letting you in fully. So this could be somebody that you're just like, we've hit an impasse. What's going on? Why? And they're still not telling you. And it's because while they value this connection, and they might be telling you, I shouldn't say value, while they feel a connection, this is someone that's just very cagey, very secretive. And while they might say that they want this connection and they want you two to be solid and stable, they're not ready for that. And as far as you're concerned, it looks like you're about ready to walk and start elsewhere. It's like, this has gone on long enough. I'm tired of, I want transparency. I want the truth. I want to know. And you're not going to get it right now from this person. At best, there's going to be just this impasse where you give them space and you take space. Not going to be done with them, but just both of you go into your separate corners. There's so much more you don't know. That they're going to say, you know what, it's almost like someone putting up an argument and starting a fight so that it pushes you away. Well, fine. And then you two don't talk for 2 weeks. Well, you know what that just did? They did that so they could buy themselves time to go deal with all the little fires so that you don't have to find out about it. That's what's going on. This is someone that's trying to put out fires and they don't want you to find out about it. So they start a fight, alienate you, and they get to tantrum and blame it on you and go off, well, fine. And then they get to go back and do damage control. And except it doesn't work. For one thing, it looks like here there's going to be just you two, you're not playing, you're not getting back in the box, so you don't come back and pursue and go, okay, hey, it's been a couple weeks, are you ready to talk, or anything like that. You don't do that. And I'm telling you, they've got a couple situations that are not willing to go away or are not as easy. So whatever time they think they bought by starting a fight or an argument and you two going to your separate corners, it is not enough time to resolve whatever they're going to try and go back and fix real quick, and that's needs to be resolved, or that whatever they got in the shadows stuff's about to blow up. Stuff from their past is about to come to light, and I don't think they're doing I don't know, I think there's a lot you don't know about that they're going to try and handle, and I don't think it's going to be enough time to do so. And I think some of this person's past issues that they've tried to keep kind of hidden or off to the side are going to present, and it's going to be very interesting how you handle that. That doesn't show here. It just shows that you two are at an impasse, or at least it feels that way, but it doesn't show what's going to happen. That's going to be your call, right? But I don't know. I can't tell if this is you two talking it out and setting parameters, or if this is you going to heck with this and leaving. And we got the Emperor and the Two of Cups, or we got the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I'm not sure. I feel like you're kind of done with this anyway. Like, I feel like you're kind of like, meh. You're tired of this with this person. What else for Scorpio? What's for Scorpio? Perseverance. I have a problem with that because I don't think this is something you need to persevere with. I don't think this is worth your time, if I'm honest. I don't like the shenanigans because where I'm sitting, it feels like they're hiding something from you. It feels like they're being cagey and strategic, and not just one something, a lot of little somethings. So if this is you wanting to stick it out with this person, I vote no. You do what you want, but I vote no. If this is you knowing that it's going to be hard to leave, but you're going to do it anyway, okay. I like that a lot better. I like you sticking to your guns and being like, this just isn't good for me right now. I gotta go. Need to be on my own. And you're just, it might be hard, but you're gonna stick with it. And Try to not be emotional about it. I like that a lot better. This could also be talking about how this has been a long time, a relationship that's kind of been around for quite a long time. And you two have persevered through many a difficulty, but you're questioning, is it worth it to do so now? Or it's asking the question, is it worth it to do so now? All right, what else for Scorpio? Scarab beetle, magic works through you, I'll say. Got a lot of cards of intuition here. So this is probably a very psychic, intuitive time. Use that. Follow your gut. Use what it's telling you. Listen to it, because you're doubting and you're at an impasse for a reason. Something has shifted and you need to listen to that. This is not the time to get back in your box and do the same thing you've always done and play the same role you've always played with this person. This is asking you to work differently and use wisdom differently. Listen to your gut, persevere, new start, because this person's not ready and they're not telling you everything. And remember, this came up, which oftentimes means marriage. In a love reading, this can mean marriage, and this came up when I asked, what are they not telling you? And then we had the Seven of Swords. Just saying. Okay, I did that one, I did that one. I didn't do this one yet. Oh my gosh, 26 minutes. Oof. What else for Scorpio? I get to talking and get on my high horse. Seven of Wands. Again with the persevering. I don't get it. Why? Oh, no. This is standing your ground. This is not you sticking it out. This is standing your ground. Okay, I like it. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's you standing your ground and being like, you know what, how we used to be doesn't work anymore. We can't be the same way with each other. You need to give me more honesty, more whatever. We've come too far. We've been together too long to have the same. We need transparency and truth that this is going to get off the ground. That's if you want to say that to them. Some of you are just going to be like, all right, I'm out. But, and I feel like it's more about you. Typically, this is about them, like what might, but this is because they're being cagey and they're not telling you anything. It's actually your reaction or I'm just feeling like your indifference, and I'm feeling them's kind of scrambling and asking to see, I really want this to work out. Just give me some time, but it's because I got to go so that doesn't work. So then they start a little argument with you, get you to go away, and then they're scrambling over here trying to deal with everything. Lots of secrets with this one. Lots of secrets, Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Oh my God, 30 minutes. Good Lord. Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Tricky. Seven of Wands reversed. Two of Swords. No. Oh, that's Ten of Swords. Oh. 10 of Swords reversed and 7 of Wands reversed. So this is, oh my goodness, this is okay. This is giving up and starting to see the light. This is starting to see the light and giving up. This is also somebody trying to avoid disaster and avoiding conflict. Could be that. Why did I move that there? So, wow, that's interesting. Because on the one hand, this could be the person that is wanting to avoid disaster. They're afraid the wheels are starting to come off, and so they take drastic measures, like they start a fight to get you to go away, and then they go back and they're scrambling to try and deal with this and they're overwhelmed and they feel like giving up, and then there's you seeing the light and being like, you know what, this doesn't hurt like I thought it would, and I just can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna persevere. I'm not gonna fight for this anymore. I'm actually gonna stand against what's going on. Enough is enough. This is saying enough is enough. I'm not afraid anymore, not like before, and enough is enough. It's interesting how it works for both sides. Okay, all right. I feel like it's come to a head. Like, you know what? Give me the truth so we can get this off the ground, or I'm walking. I can't do this anymore. All right. And we have a record, 30 minutes. Thank you for stopping by, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. Oh, look, Seven of Wands here too. Okay, right. I just pulled that card. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. Good luck. I know there's a lot going on here. And it was cagey too, to tease it apart and be like, wait a minute, is it anxiety or is like this? Wait a minute. What is it? I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.